guys, thank you for stopping by the channel today. Before we get started, I'd like to ask everybody to hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to grow the subscribership here, build up a little bit of a community around what we're doing here, and I'd really appreciate you hit that subscribe button, and we'll keep building it up. Today's video is going to be, I'm going to call this my favorite tool video. I did a quasi review on a Milwaukee rotary tool a couple weeks ago, and I'm not again, as I mentioned in that video, I'm not a tool review guy, but I'm going to mention occasionally on a video of some things that I'm finding helpful that make the job more fun, make it easier, and actually produce a better quality product. In the end, that's what we're doing. We're producing a product and selling it. So what I find is a lot of times I'm doing a lot of leather work when we restore a knife or a hatchet or an axe. I tend to build a leather sheath to go with those items. And I use a lot of copper rivets and burrs, and while you have to cut those off and then you peen them over, and I've used several different types of like diagonal cutters, end cutters to cut those off. And the one that I've run across I've known about them for a while, but I ran across them and I decided to purchase a pair about a year ago, were the Knipex end cutters. I don't even know where to begin with these. I've used so many different brands of like diagonal cutters, side cutters, end cutters, and none of them were really good. I've had the cheapy ones from like Harbor Freight, and I've had some more expensive ones from the big box stores. Probably the best pair before I got these Knipex was a pair of diagonal cutters I got from Ace Hardware. They were the Ace Hardware brand, and I needed a new pair, and I was in my local Ace Hardware. I picked those up, and they actually weren't bad, and I used those for quite a while until I decided to pick the Knipex up. This brand is a German tool brand. If you know anything about the Germans, they generally build really quality stuff. I do try to buy American-made stuff when I can, but I wanted to get a good quality pair of cutters, and there's a lot of leather guys that actually use these Knipex. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to drop the money and get these, and I am not disappointed whatsoever. These are really nice cutters. Like I said, I've had them for probably close to a year, maybe even longer than that, and they still almost look brand new. And I've made tons of sheaths with them. It's like I said, as much leather as I do, use a lot of copper rivets and burrs. I use brass rivets and burrs, and I'm always, I have like one of those magnetic tool strips right next to my leather workbench, so these hang right on there, and they're great. I don't even know what else to say about them. Knipex is a quality brand. I know a lot of like HVAC guys and electricians, refrigeration mechanics, they carry those Cobra pliers in their bags, the Knipex Cobra pliers. I have one of those very small pair, like the 5-inch pair, that I carry in my pocket occasionally because they're so handy, so good. And I've had those for a while, and I thought, let me try the end cutters, and not disappointed whatsoever. They get a nice leverage, cut right through your rivet, like, and now I am cutting brass and copper. They tend to be softer metals. I have never used these to cut steel with, so really don't know how they work out for steel. But for my leather work, so it's like I said, these have really made my leather work easier, more enjoyable, and I'm turning out a better quality product because I know a lot of times people say, you get what you pay for, and when it comes to cutters, a lot of times that is the case. If you buy a cheap pair of cutters, they're cheap cutters, and these are pretty expensive. I think I paid around $50 for these, maybe even a little more than that. I'll have a link to these in our Amazon store, and I'll leave the Amazon store link in the description of the video. So if you want to check them out, again, they're very good and they're worth the money, and I'm sure that I'll probably have these forever. I mean, it's like I said, I've been using them for a year and they look almost brand new still. I mean, you know, I take care of my tools pretty good anyway, so, but still, you know, again, it's that German quality, you know, and a lot like, you know, German made stuff. You know, the German made stuff is a lot like American made stuff. If you find an American made tool, they're generally pretty good tools, and same with the German made stuff. So this is a recommendation from me. Again, I'm not a tool review guy, but I will share from time to time something that's making things easier for me and help me produce a better item, and that would be these Knipex cutters. So thanks for watching the video. If you would, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share it with your friends. Again, I really appreciate you guys stopping by, spending a few minutes with me today. I appreciate it. I know everybody's busy, you know, busy life, but, you know, I appreciate you taking the time and stopping by, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks.